Well, YouTube, true crime, tearful sight, and everything else. Seems that tonight, going over this dirt bag again. Seems this guy is starting to become very popular in the Dellphi case. Not only have I found, like I said, Greeno True Crime Investigates out there in the Dellphi area. I would say he's born and raised. But other articles have came up, and an old photo, I would say, of this guy has come up too, I found. So the more I look into this, the more I'm starting to realize that, one, they're trying to push against this guy because he does have a very nasty record. Or two, they're just trying to use him as, once again, as I call it, the good guys being covered up and just trying to find. Now this I would say kind of proves my thoughts, theories, and ideas about the good crew and the meth crew. Now, in my previous videos, I spoke and went over the meth crew, which would be that one kid that murdered a woman with his girlfriend. I forget his name, but everybody kept pointing a finger at him. And now that this guy has come out, it's like the other guy ain't even there, don't exist. And of course, every other suspect that they claim to think and see is right, is going to be on the back burner. That's why I say the meth crew was not the crew. Still, I wonder if the good crew is just using this guy for a cover-up. But, don't get me wrong, I will say, in looking at this next photo I'm going to show you of this guy, he does got a strong resemblance of BG. Now, I had previous comments tell me that this guy was locked up in 2017. Oh, no, excuse me. The red-headed guy that I covered, which I even said in my video, I know it's not him, because I did a face analysis. A couple people told me that wasn't him. He was in jail. Whatever. I get the picture. But because comments come up from other people, and this is why I do my videos, so people don't get confused, go look up this guy and just listen to one person. Oh, that's the guy. Everybody thinks everybody's somebody. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own way of thoughts, theories, ideas. Don't get me wrong. But when some people get out there and they start saying this and that, and they are determined that is the person, just like Ron Logan, a lot of comments I got. He's involved. He knows something. He gave access to that guy to get on his property. It's like, you see where it goes. There's always someone saying someone did something and that one did this and this one did that. But don't let me confuse you because I'm reading other people's stuff. I go on my own based theories, thoughts, ideas. And I do have a knack to look at people's faces, and I can read them very well. I mean, there was a time when my wife and me, while we're living in an apartment complex in Meadowbrook in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, this one woman had just moved in. She walked out her door and I seen her come out. My wife seen her came out. Oh, look, a new lady, she says. I said, yeah. It's a new lady. You might look at her, she looks like a freaking whack job. And mind you, to make a long story short, later on, after a couple years of talking to that woman, befriending that woman, I literally had to go to court to get that woman out of my face, if that tells you anything. Because, oh boy, what is that? Look, we got a red-tailed hawk going home for the night. Big SOB just flew by me, boy. Ooh, yeah. But, like I say, and I had the manager of the property at the time. I think he's still there, but he was even getting trouble from this woman. And when my case went through, he was able to get that woman out because he needed more on her. And I guess that just drew the line because this woman was selling my wife. Like I said, she was befriended. She was going to get this guy in trouble and kicked out of the office. But it didn't go her way, and I got her out of my hair, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why I have a guard up 24/7. Because you don't know what the hell's out there. You don't know who's out there, and you definitely don't know who you're going to meet in life. People, a lot of people, not all, can just turn out to be a complete insane lunatic. And that's why I'm the way I am, the way I am. Because I've met a lot of lunatics. Crazy people. Yes, sirree. I've had my share of meeting, greeting, and deleting out of my life. If that tells you anything. But anyways, this guy supposedly had a 9-year-old girl kidnapped in his basement. Bad track record this boy has. And I don't know where it's all leading to. I'm not saying anything yet because I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. But I'm going to show you, like I said, the face got a lot of resemblance. But just like everything else, you got to have that proof. You got to have that evidence. You got to make sure, right, it's legit. But anyways, moving on, bridge guy. Now, what leads me once again to think, which I'm going to show you the picture of what I found. Hell, I wonder if this is still his address. 711 Monroe Street, Rochester. Booked on a warrant from Miami County. I don't know if that's in the Dellphi area. Someone could tell me. I will try and look it up. But whatever the case may be, here you go. This is what he looks like with a beard. Now, you know, just like the other guy, I forgot his name, but he was the guy with the crazy vacations. Don't know where we're going. Let's drive somewhere and get lost, or let's just drive somewhere and see where we end up. Now, in ways, that guy, right, I can't point the finger at him, but he does have similarities to Bridge Guy, especially the hairline. But as you can see here, like I said in my previous video, this hairline, I guarantee, if you go further back and you see this big gap, pretty much you might as well just call it a baldness. Which I believe this guy is in his 40s probably now, because this picture, I forgot to take the date, 40 years old. But for 40 years old, I will say, does it look like he could be looking older? Clean shave, a little younger. And this, like I say, that new sketch, I don't know where they got it from, but I am not relying on that sketch at all for nothing. That new sketch ain't crap to me. Because so far, everybody that's been looked at, everybody that's, got a thing out there does not look like the new sketch. And honestly, I don't think there's ever going to be someone that looks like him. Or the sketch, let alone being a him. So what did I do? I decided to, and this was a comment, I believe. And there's Greeno. He's getting a little popular out there in Dellphi. I congratulate him. Hope he goes to the top with this. But this person claims they don't like to say names, but they're doing it the better about sourcing. Meaning right. They want to get what they're reading right. Just like I want to get my videos right. But sometimes, like I say, I don't like going on other people's stuff because I get accused of taking it. Oh, you took that from that guy, and you did this, and you did that. No. But I do like to show things that are written, just in case this disappears one time, like it has in the past to me. I look something up, I read it, I've put it online, I went back to look for it, it's gone. I don't ever find that exact same article. But law enforcement is having a difficult time solving this case because the killer managed to invade individual security cameras that would, in most directions, entering, leaving the scene of the crime. Now, I read in another article that there was no cameras set up in the Dellphi Monon Bridge. If I'm saying that right, sorry if I'm killing it again. But I'm sure they got cameras there now. But there's a lot of people that write to say a lot of trails don't have cameras, which nowadays they should think about having them, let alone having a couple security guards. But then again, here we go, you gotta watch out who you hire, because if you get the wrong security guard, you're gonna get in a false attack. But cameras are the best source in my eyes. And if you have nothing to hide, then you shouldn't mind cameras being set up along trails. That's it. And schools, banks, stores, residents that have cameras, etc., somewhere should have picked up vehicle coming and going, or person traveling on foot. But apparently there's nothing. I think that I was, what did I want? Just something with it, put there, so I was like, kill somehow in terms of kind of specific time. And you know what? I don't even think cameras in this really matter. Because I'm sure I can speak for everybody. This guy did this very well. And he prepared himself. Just like you seen that picture, supposedly of him sitting on a bench in a park. Like a month earlier, he scoped the place to figure where he was going to go, what he was going to do, and how he was going to do it. And even if there was cameras, he probably went in and out is right where there's no cameras. What would be the best way en route? Through that tunnel under the farm that led to the farm. So, I mean, this person, this is what I mean. Some people write stuff like this. Oh, there's no cameras, there's no footage, there's none of this. But if he's going a back route that he planned out, knows this, knows that, you know damn well this guy is from the area. Whether he lives there now or he moved and came back. He's definitely got to be a serial killer at that, too. And if it is this guy that they happily have new suspect of, yeah, serial rapist, whatever. I wanted to go over something with my collage I made now. I forgot to show this last night because I wanted the bridge guy thing to be all in one, but once again we're looking at that hairline. Now notice in this picture that the hair goes this way. Hairline at the top there, the bald spot, or just a real bad hairline that some people do have, and hair goes this way, right? That's what I see. Everybody says they see a hat, but this being the clearest picture, I can see that pudgy face, I can see that pudgy chin, I can see the hairline. In hats, I'm sorry, do not have holes in them. Hoodie, you can see clearly, resting on his shoulders, flipped back. And I'm still saying this is a windbreaker coat. And sometimes windbreakers got a lot of good pockets to hold a lot of stuff, especially to cover up his fat belly and his fat bag in the front of the pouch, as we'll call it. Not only that, here we have, could he have dyed his hair, is a plus. And there's that hair, people, look at it. All goes this way, all goes this way. Oh, pardon. Not only that, take a damn good look at that hairline. All right here. And I'm for damn sure we'll go over there and have a hole in his head. But that hairline and how it all swept to the side, having the beard, like the first bridge guy photo, right? Goatee. I mean, this guy, right, has a very strong resemblance. But, like I say, that red hair, reddish hair. That's why I did the video on the other guy, the preacher guy. But all in all, this guy has a bad reputation. I'm not saying it's him, but it has a strong resemblance of Bridge Guy. Someone had said also in a Reddit comment, because I seen another picture of him. I forgot to screenshot it, but he's sitting with a dog, and he's got a side pose of his face. I mean, all you could see more or less is this side of his face, and his head's turned, and the dog's like covering the other half. But someone says and claims that the DNA was found, would possibly, maybe, but I don't understand this. It's just too friggin' weird, because the police already have it as a human being. But someone claims the DNA could be the dog's DNA. So that gives the speculation of, but how is the dog's DNA, unless he tied the dogs up to a tree, went down the hill, grabbed his dog? That would be the only thing, but I don't know where people get crazy accusations like that, man. That's like, what the hell are you thinking? The dog's DNA? I mean, there's so many crazy things in this story now. And like I said, it's turning out to be a Maura Murray case, where you will sit here and spin your head like the Exorcist and spin it and spin it. But you keep spinning. You can throw up pea soup until your house is filled up with it. And you're still going to sit there and say, who was the murderer? Who was the person? Who was the POI? And they keep throwing up people. Now I'm not saying, all I'm saying is this just another cover-up? Just my thoughts, theories, ideas to protect the good guys. Because they already tried the meth guys, and that didn't work. All the people I covered, everybody else has covered, no one has been arrested. The Garrett guy, Garrett is his name. He is now just another name that was in the case. Garrett. That Garrett guy, and I did analysis on his face, looks nothing like Bridge Guy either. He's just a short little pudgy punk that thinks he's a BA, and he's not. And just to even think, now this guy is the new Bridge Guy. Everything's coming up. Could the good guys be just covering up and using him because he's got a bad background? Don't get me wrong, I would like to see this person hung by his you-know-what. Hung from a tree for having a 9-year-old girl locked up in his basement. Nothing should be more justifying to me than seeing one of these perverts hung by their BALLS. Oh yeah, and tortured. For any kid. Any age. And, get what he deserves. But could they be just using him as a cover-up? We'll have to see and wait and see is right. We'll have to see. We have to wait and see. And just because he's got that strong image of Bridge Guy, someone's probably thinking, oh, this is going to help us. But I want that DNA too. Red. Something's got to be there to pin this person. And if there isn't, and if it's just another person that they harass because of their bad background, then my thoughts, theories, and ideas are proven that the good guys are behind this and they're trying to protect somebody. That's all I can say, folks. It just keeps getting weirder. People just keep coming up randomly. But he does have a strong resemblance. Hairline to the pudgy cheeks. In the record. But we'll have to wait and see is right. So until that next video, be safe, take care, always beware. And it's tough to say, right, what they're going to do. How they're going to pin it. Because if he's gone to jail now for this little girl, 9-year-old, let's see what comes out from the Dellphi case. And see what happens. But until then, we're going to sit here with our fingers up our nose, whipping a rubber hose, doing our little pose, and just wait. Oh man, I hate waiting, don't you? Damn it. But until that next video, people, all serious. Beware. These pieces of crap always seem to come up. And man, I wish there was just ways that we can have that vigilante justice. Out.